Hey guys, it's Christy and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Today we are going to be looking back on my Sephora VIB sale haul from last year and see what I think. So before we get into it, I hope you'll consider subscribing to my channel before you leave. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy, and let's get into it. Alright, so I'm just going to scooch over so I can pop up my photos. But the first product I am seeing from this list was the Mcgrath Divine Blush and Glow Trio in Galactic Sun. Yes, I love that one. I love the Mcgrath blush formula so much. I think they're so beautiful, and whenever she comes out with these palettes, I just think it's such a great way to try out a lot of the different shades, and I super love this one. So I definitely have used this one a ton, and this one also made me fall absolutely in love with the shade Desert Orchid. I thought Divine Rose was going to be the favorite. It's the pinkier one. I've noticed a pattern lately where I always think I'm going to like the pinkier blush shade, and then I always love whether it be the more rosy shade or the more orangey shade. It's very strange. I think my tastes are changing. So I really super love Divine Rose, and I've definitely been loving up on that palette. So the next thing I picked up was from Huda Beauty, and this is the Rose Quartz eyeshadow palette. I still super love that one. I haven't used it in a little bit just because I've been testing out so many different palettes lately, but I super love that one. I was really just not feeling this year's Empowered palette. I was initially planning to pick it up, but then I saw the color story. It reminded me a little bit too much of the Natasha Denona My Dream, plus the ABH Rose Metals, and then combined with some of the different formulas I know she has in there, it just wasn't going to work for me. So I decided to pass on this year's palette, but I do think it definitely caters to deeper skin tones a lot better than last year's. However, I super loved last year's Rose Quartz palette, so I'm still super glad I picked that one up. Another product I picked up during this haul was the Makeup by Mario Ultra Suede Sculpting Lip Pencil, and I still really love that as well. I haven't been using it as much as I should because I've been trying to use up my Lawless liner, and the shades are honestly kind of similar. So I haven't been using it as much, but I really do love that formula, and I would definitely pick up more shades of that one. I did a good job last year. I also picked up the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer, and that is definitely a favorite of mine. That's not one that I like to use under my eyes, but this is one I use for spot concealing. It is so good for spot concealing. It is a very full coverage concealer. It does such a great job. It blends out so beautifully, and it sits so well under foundation, on top of foundation. I love that concealer, and I picked up the shade Affogato, which is honestly a little bit light. I should have gone a shade deeper given that I'm using it for my face and not my under eyes, but do really love that product. So it looks like I also picked up one of the Sephora collection daily brush cleaners. This has just always been a really great product. I love that one for spot cleaning my brushes. It's super quick, it dries super fast, and I don't find it damages my brushes at all, so I really do love that one as well. That one was kind of a necessity. Okay, I also picked up from Makeup by Mario. He was definitely having a moment for me last fall, but the Soft Sculpt Shaping Stick in the shade Light. So this one actually was an Allure Award winner, and I've heard a lot of people talk about how much they love this one, and I just don't. It's not that it's a bad product, and it's not that it is not long lasting, because that is the biggest thing about this one. It is so long lasting, and it is a beautiful stick bronzer. My problem with this one, it's almost kind of minor, but my problem with this one is that it just takes too long to blend out for me. I don't like bronzers that take forever to blend out, so for me this one definitely fell a little bit lower on my list. It's not my favorite product. I don't hate it, but I know a lot of people love it, and I just don't really like it that much. So that was probably the only flop though, because the next thing I picked up was a mini Forever Mood candle in You Up, and I loved that one. It smelled so good. And then I picked up from Makeup by Mario one of his Ultra Suede lipsticks in the shade Rasa. So I think he released his new lipsticks shortly before the sale last year, and so good. I actually just saw, the day that I'm filming this, I just saw that he's actually releasing a mini lipstick and mini lip liner as a duo for holidays, so I definitely plan on picking up some of those and I would highly recommend them. But I do love his lipstick formula. It's definitely more matte. It's a suede like he describes. It's not a super drying matte, but it is a matte, so just keep that in mind. And for my final order last year, I picked up the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude lip liner in the shade Natasha. Definitely a favorite of mine. It is a beautiful nude lip liner. It is a perfect nude for me. It's that perfect creaminess where it's creamy, but it's not so creamy that it's just going to bleed or smudge, and it's not so dry that it just tugs the lips. It's a beautiful middle ground. I really like her lip liner formula. I accidentally bought a second one this year when I ordered her My Dream collection because I didn't realize she was releasing the exact same lip liner in limited edition packaging because I wasn't paying attention. I just got excited and ordered the products. But I don't mind that I have a backup of this one because I will definitely go through it and I'll definitely want to repurchase it, so I already have it. I did pick up a full-size Forever Mood candle in Caked Up, and I love that one. That is the most sweetest candle. It's not sickly sweet, but it definitely smells like fresh baked vanilla cupcakes. It's a very vanilla cake kind of scent. It's beautiful. It's so comforting and warm and cozy. I love the scent of that one. I also picked up from Sol de Janeiro the Brazilian Crush Cheirosa 71 Hair and Body Fragrance Mist. So this one is a gorgeous, gorgeous fall winter kind of scent. This one is very warm and cozy, like caramelized pecans, those kinds of scents. It's less tropical than the original Boom Boom cream scent. It's less tropical than that, and then more caramel, cinnamon, I don't know if there's any cinnamon, but more caramel, cozy fall vibes, if that makes sense. Again, I'm not a fragrance review channel, thank goodness. And the last product I picked up is from Patrick Ta, and that is the Major Headlines Matte Suede Lipstick in Oh She Single, and that is another favorite of mine. I super love that lipstick for a nude shade. It's got the prettiest packaging. I love everything about that lipstick. So overall, I think I did so good last year during the fall VIB sale. I love almost every single product I picked up except for one. I feel like this year there's just not as much makeup out that I'm excited to purchase, so that could be a good thing. It could just be because I've been reviewing so much. It could just be there's just not anything catching my attention. I don't know. But a month can change a lot of things, so we shall see in a few weeks. But that is it for me today. Thank you so very much for watching. If you're new here, I hope you'll consider subscribing before you go. I do upload at least 3 new videos every single week. Thank you again so very much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!